Absolutely.
I knew you'd agree. Dave in Vermont, welcome to the program, and thank you for holding.
Oh, thank you. I have a great story about the first time I saw the Grateful Dead. I grew up in Boston, and I was landscaping for a woman, and her sister lived next door to Phil Lesh, and gave the sister these all-access VIP, like super-duper behind-the-scenes laminated passes, and then she mailed them to Boston, and we wore them to the show. And we went in to the show and went backstage, but they were like too super duper VIP. So security's like, "What are you guys doing back here in the secret circle?" And Phil Lesh had to come out and say, "She shouldn't have mailed these to you." It was a 6-night run at the Boston Garden, and Phil Lesh said, "I'm taking the passes back, but I'm giving you 6-row seats and regular backstage passes for the rest of the run of the show," and it was amazing.
What a great story.
Yeah, so it was even better because like we were wandering around with these super duper passes with nowhere to go, like backstage, and they're like, "What are you doing?" And then Phil totally hooked us up with 6-row seats. And then I was 18 years old. It was crazy, and I got Mickey Hartsmith's band, and I still have it. And I play the drums, and I just want to tell that story because it's awesome.
I'm assuming you like the show.
All right, thank you guys. We love your show and have a great Sunday, okay?
Wait, we have questions.
Wait.
Oh, yeah.
How did you like the show? Tell us more.
All right, so I was still in high school, so my mom drove me into Boston to meet my dad, who was the lawyer who wore like a suit and tie every day, and my dad was going to take me to the show. And I'm like, this is going to be so weird. I'm going to be like going to a Dead show with my dad as a lawyer in a suit. And we rolled up, and my dad's outside a big fancy law firm, and somehow he had this skin-tight tie-dye on. I don't know where he got it from. So my whole band took to the show, and we were 6-row, and it was Jerry Garcia, and it was totally mind-blowing. Like, I thought my dad's coolness grew, like, exponentially, and we just had a blast. And it was like a great father-son moment. We're backstage with the Dead. It was mind-blowing. Totally mind-blowing.
Fantastic. Tell me again, what year was this?
This was, I think this was 91. Did they have a 6-night run?
Okay.
So we're actually driving in Vermont. We were at a Primus show in Burlington, and we were trying to figure out if it was 91 or 92. And I know I should know this, and I should have the tickets, but I don't know.
It would have to be 91 because the Dead's fall tour got canceled in 92.
Yeah. So I think they like the Garden.
Yeah. So the funny thing about your story is 91 was a period in which the proliferation of those real insider laminated passes was ridiculous. I think there were like 1,500 of them out there, and crew members had laminates for their dogs. So people were kind of loose with lending them to their friends and things like that. So you weren't the first person to get busted for having the wrong pass, but it was really nice of Phil to alleviate the situation in a way that did not involve.
Right?
Yeah. Exactly.
And
So it was
come back for the next 5 nights and figure hook us up. I mean, what a world-class guy. What a world-class guy. I mean, that's awesome.
fantastic.
I'm
Great
so
story.
glad we pressed you for more information. Thank you.
Thank you guys. So much fun.
Thanks a lot.
Appreciate it, Dave.
Right.
Thanks for calling.
All right, have a great night.
It's rare that it's rare that we have to press a caller for more information.
That's true. We're going to talk now with Una Tobin, a poster artist whose work I love. And I've recently discovered that that's how you say her name because there's an extra I in there, but it's just there to confuse the non-Irish people.